Can I play offline on edit? It's okay, I've got gear and everything on the server and can't build because it's full. No, unfortunately not. Okay, so first things we're going to do, we're going to get some lumber. So you look at it, you get the axe and you chop, and you see the little bits of wood appear on the ground. Okay. Walk over to the bits of wood, hit the I key, bring it up and grab the wood. Now at the moment these are placeholder only. Okay. They will change. We're going to get a nice little thing given to us. Okay. Once we get back, as I say, this will get a lot easier for us. But if you want to get some gear, add that tent, help yourself. So look at the tree, click the mouse button, and it puts little planks of wood down. So we're going to grab that again. Now, right click, right click, right click, right click. Go in and now double click on the wooden log, and it gives you craftable items. So we've got lumber packs, fireplace. I want to make some lumber packs. Now, I'm going to do 10. It doesn't matter if you do 10 and you haven't got the materials, it will just stop. Okay? So choose 10, hit craft. That's it, it's done. And as you can see at the bottom it says crafted 4 parts of planks. Okay? So bring it back up, double click the lumber pack, and you now get what you can build with lumber packs. So we've got stud wall. So I'm going to build a stud wall. Craft it. That is building. Okay, you can build up to 10 items at a time. They might change that limit later on. Now if I double click on cinder blocks, cinder wall, and it tells you you need 4 cinder blocks, bucket of mortar. Okay, if I bring up my inventory, if I double click on the mortar, foundations, you need 4 buckets of mortar for the foundations, and there you go, cinder block walls. So double clicking on items tells you what you actually need to build with, and it will then make it very easily, very quickly. None of this individual, let's build a wall. Sit there, let's build another wall. Just click 10, 8, whatever, and it builds it. If you want to get shelves or anything like that, you need metal. So, you know, I'm going to put that in here. So let's jump on and we'll go back and we'll see if Annie is logged in, and we'll see if we can help Annie and Annie can help us by giving us a hill. And we'll go back to building. So we're going to build a new wall, and we're going to actually finish off with the rest of it. And I'm going to shoot that ruddy dog. If you shoot the goat, it will drop pelts or food, or neither. So everything is now starting to come into the game. As the modders who, you know, it's a very small team, and they're modelling from scratch all the new items. So, you know, it is going to take time. But it is bloody good. You guys think the map's good for the Epoch mod? Everybody likes different maps. I personally love Napf and Chernarus. I think they're great maps. Now, other people like Taviana. Lots of people like Altis. But at the end of the day, the developers have said that they tested the mod on Napf and Chernarus, and it works. So when they have got it all finished with the files that they want, you could end up with Napf servers, Chernarus servers. You could end up with Altis Life or Taviana. You know, at the moment the map is they're only using this one because it's obviously got all the enterable buildings and everything else, and it's got the sexy graphics and all the bits and bobs. Right, let's go back to building. We're going to go back up here, and we're going to actually get back to the castle that we were in. So we were building a tower. If you actually looked from the front, you would have seen it was a very high-fronted thing that, you know, we were going to put stuff on. Now, if you looked when I was doing the stud wall, you wouldn't have seen the option to do a door. That's because you have to upgrade the walls and cover the walls, and then you can upgrade and put a door into it. The stud wall, though, is just like building a real house. It's just the outside. Axel, you're dead. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Now, in the earlier stages of the building system, it was a little bit more, you know, oh my god, are we going to do that? Are we going to do this? You know. Oh, right, let's go around this way. But they've actually got a really good workable system at the minute with the building. So here we are, we're back here. Hopefully Annie's about. So if we now stop the engine and get out, I'm actually going to now put the multi-tool on here, and then Annie hopefully can come in and go, Annie. Right, so there you go. While we wait for Annie, right, so for those of you who now, I'm going to show how you... Okay, that was different. Gunshot. Ah, who's that up there? I'm hoping that's Annie. If that isn't Annie, I'm screwed because I've got an axe. Right, so you saw me build the wall. Okay, let's just come on one. This is actually how you build. You double click your stud wall. Annie can't move. No. All right, hold on. Let me just go sort out Annie. See if I can help her. I was going to show you how to actually do that. So right, let's now put that back there. Let's get the multi-gun, and then we'll put hill plower on. And if need be, I'll just give the gun to Annie. Annie can shoot me. Hey Mendek, back to Epoch. Yes, Liv, this is Arma 3 Epoch, showing people how to do the building. But I got injured and Annie's kind of stuck as well, so bloody dog came along and hurt me. And then once I actually can run around again, we'll show you how this all works, and we'll build a wall. And this is where people are going wrong. They're thinking too much like it. Arma 2 Epoch. It's not. It's totally different. Okay? And this is the thing where a lot of people are going wrong with the building. This is all stuff we built in test, okay? And when I say me, it's me and my friend One Shot UK, who we were lucky enough to get keys pretty early on. So let me just see if I can fix Annie. If not, I'll have to give her the gun. Do that. Right. It's not firing, so obviously I'll just do this. Let's put it in there. Energy pack, hill plat. For some reason I can't shoot Annie, so I'm just going to trade with her and hope that she can shoot me. So you hit I to trade with players. Hit I, trade. Do that. Accept, and I'll have to try and just drop the gun and she can pick it up. I love the lightning effects and all the weather effects, so come on, there you go. Now I still got the gun. It's because I didn't put it in there. Right, let's put it in there and then we'll do the trade again. So trade. There we go. Give the multi-gun. So, any energy packs now have a mag with 10 only charges. That's pretty cool. Because it meant before that you could go do. So I'm just hoping Annie fixes me. And then I'll have to fix Annie. I don't know what's up with Annie. Annie can't move. So. But I've got broken legs, you see. That's why the dog broke me legs. I'm just hoping that Annie can give me a bit of a like shock treatment. If not, if that's not working, it could be that we need another energy pack, because it could be the charge of the gun's out of energy, which is what Quisha just said. Am I multi-streaming with Annie? I should do, shouldn't I? I should really ask Annie to stream and we'll multi-stream. Is there any place where you can write suggestions? Yes, go to the forums. Yeah. And on the forums there are suggestion boxes and bug reports and like troubleshooting and things like that. Right. This is going to be a pain in the arse today, isn't it? So let's just go into there and get some more, because I had loads of energy packs. So Annie's now come down there, so at least Annie can move again. Move it out in the middle of the screen. Alright. Right, so Annie's getting better. Her blood pressure is dropping. Cool. And then there should be some energies in there. While I do that, I'm just going to move the follower donation pop thing. Alright. 2 secs then. Just for today, I'll make it smaller as well. Okay, and it's well out of the way. Right. Hopefully now we've got an energy pack that is working. And Annie can fix me up. So what we're going to do is we're going to build now. As I say, just move far enough away from the quad bike. Double click the stud wall. Click build. Now a lot of people would now say, oh, this is what we did in Epoch, this is how we're trying to do it. And you would try and turn like this and do all that stuff, and then you'd press 4 and build. That's not how you do it, okay? I'm somewhat of a techie and did a lot of troubleshooting tests with the okay. How do you get key? Yeah. How do you get mod? Yeah, I give out mod when needed. Thank you, Annie, for that. So Annie's now fixed my leg. So what you do, the first thing you do is build it. So press 4 to finalise the build. Okay, and it just drops it. Don't bother trying to align it or any of that crap. Okay, if you try and align it, you're going to make a mess of it. The first thing you do is just build it. That is the easiest thing I can now tell you. Get your lumber. Your logs, turn it into lumber, turn the lumber into a stud wall, build it on the ground and drop it. Okay, now what you do is you press your 1 key. Your 1 key will enable build 1. So if you're up on the top right, it says build mode enabled 1. Once you've done that, look at the item and press the space bar once. Take your hands away. Okay, circle. That is now grabbing, and if you looked, you will have seen the flash. That wall has now been grabbed, so I can now page up. Okay, and if I go first person, you'll see page up, and it goes up really, really high. Okay, it's not like in the old days where it only went up a little bit. You can page down. Now, until I now drop this, it's locked to me until I either drop it or run out of energy. So I can rotate it, and you'll see on the top right it's also doing numbers, and it's giving you the angle of rotation. Okay, but that's not what I want to do. So if I now try and move it into position, how do you do it? Well, Annie's actually very close to getting a wall in the face. Now, build 1, don't forget, is the snap build. Okay, so I'm actually just going to drop a wall here. So I now bring the wall back down. And you've got to be careful because it can spin round as it does the snap, and it has now turned it. I didn't do that, it turned it. If I now move that way, you got to be careful, and what you'll see is as you then get it in position, so I'll need to lower it again, it should snap, and it did it itself. I didn't fiddle about. I wasn't using the Q and the E and doing all this crap. So the snap build system tries to do it for you. Now if you press the 3 key on your number pad, it changes the rotation of the snap, and as you can see it pushed me, and that's where you've got to be really, really careful because it's trying now to snap on the 90. If I press the 3 key again, you know, it doesn't like to do it. So I'm going to go back to normal mode, and what you'll see is it's actually now on the wonk, so this could fall down when I now build, but it's snapped again. So it's gone on to the end of the floor and it's snapped. What you then do to build it is you disable the build mode. So I'm using build 1, which is the 1 key. So I press the 1 key again, and as you can see, it fell down because my physics were wrong. Okay? Because I'd swung it and done this and done that, it's not going to sit all the time perfectly level. It's using real physics. The Q and E thing with the debug and the wiggle left and right is confusing. Yeah, don't use it. You can also, oh, as Axel says, use the home key and then to push the piece further away so it doesn't hit you. So what you do is push 1 to enable the build. So as you can see up in the top right now it says build mode 1. I use that because it's snap. Press the space bar, you get the circle come up and it will rotate. Okay. When the rotation finishes, it will flash. So you can see the flash. That was the wall that I've picked up. So now I pick it up, okay, and just to show you what Axel was saying, that use the home key and the N to push it away. So I'm bringing it towards me and then I'm pushing it away, so you can push it away. If I now use the Q, okay, and the E, so what it's actually doing is it's trying to help you out, because with me, for this one, I'm trying to snap it. So if I get there and then do some more rotating, and what you can see is if you're in freeform you can build some really unique structures. So that looks about right. Let's drop it down again. Did you see that little flick as it snapped itself to it? Okay. Are there doors and locks? Doors, yes, you have to upgrade a wall once you've skimmed it out, kind of thing. Locks coming in a patch. So that snapped itself again. Okay. If I now press the 1 key, as you can see it fell again because my physics are all on the cock. So let's actually pick the stairs up, and well, we'll move these first. So let's just get that out of the way. So build 1, so press 1, press space, and once you've got it in your head, it's 1 space, 1 space. Yeah, get away with it. It's easy. So I've got it. It flashed. I lift it, and then I can throw it over here. You know, drop it down. I'm not looking to snap it. Press the 1 key. It falls. Okay. So if I now want to grab these stairs, move them out, I look at it, push the 1 key, push the space bar, and that's it. So look at it. Press 1, space bar. When you finish with it, press 1. So if we now press the 3 key once again, it's going to change the snap of the stairs. Oh, sorry, I grab my mouse. So, you know, it does it for you. If I now come away, if Annie wanted to, Annie could now grab these items. I might drop that there. Okay. Now we put the foundation down there, so I'm going to go try and grab one of these floors, and we'll try and put the floor down on top of the foundation. So run up. Look at what you want to get. So I'm looking at that one. Build 1, space. But I'm not in the right space to grab that. It's grabbing something else. So if you look, I've grabbed the wall. So I can move that now. And then if I drop it, and what you'll notice is it will drop and it will use real physics. So let's see if we can now grab that one. So push the 1 to enable the build. Push the space bar. Anyone can at the moment until you get a plot pop. And as you can see, that one flashed, so I've now got the right one. Okay, so I'm now going to push it away because I don't want it to be that close. There we go. Lift it up. And I always have it lifted higher than me because I actually don't want to, you know, get squished by my own floors. Now, it comes down relative to my height, so I know it's not going to squish me. I just got to be careful of Annie. So let's bring it round. I don't want to squish a friend, so I'm going to raise it up a little bit more. We're going to try and do a little bit more building. So we're going to snap this in here, and if I've got my foundations right. So do you see how it's moved? Now if I now press the 1 key, it will drop. Do you see how it dropped? And then you can now see that it's building. So we're going to come up and we're going to take some more bits away and we're going to move things about. Now once again, this all uses energy. So this is why if you're going to do some building, you really kind of, it helps to have a vehicle nearby. So I'm going to look at this wall here and I'm going to move it out of the way now. So I press the 1 to enable the build. press the space bar. Circle comes up, and then look for the flash. There you go, I now have that one, I know it's the right one. And do you see how it moved? Right, so let's see if we can actually get it to snap. So it's now snapped to the end of the floor. Push the one, sits there. Now we dropped a wall over here. Let's go and get this one. So look at where you want to go, where you want to build. Push the 1 key, build enabled, press the space bar. This is how easy the build system now is, but you can build potentially just about anything you want, whereas you were limited with the Arma 2 Epoch build system to like just a flat like kind of square. Okay, so I'm now going to bring it down again. I'm going to turn it, there we go, bring it around, go forward, bring it down and watch it snap. Now got to be careful, because if it's too close and it spins, there you go, bop, it hit me. What are my thoughts compared to for Arma 2 to Arma 3? Arma 3, yeah, for this it's worth it. I've not played Arma 3. I've played Arma 3 for Breaking Point and a bit of Wasteland. For this, yeah. So what you now do, I say, take my hands off, I push the 1 key, it drops. That's it built. The next stage would obviously then be to outfit your walls. How do you outfit walls? Well, you get more materials, and then you, if I remember rightly, you look at the wall, you hit the right key, and you get an upgrade option. Okay. Now, one of the things I'm just going to try and show you again, if it works, and this is where, you know, I think it's a really cool system. I'm going to look at this, press the 1, press space. Oh. Grab the foundations, and like that is stable, that is sorted. So you actually only need 1 set of foundations to build your base, because you build, move, build, move, build, move. So what stops someone from coming and room your wall? Is there a plot pole scheme? At the moment there is a plot pole. I haven't found one yet. So anyone could come along and take that base away. Annie could now come in and take the base away. She could take all the bits and go away with it. Don't forget, this is alpha, so it's a work in progress, which is what the devs have said from day one, that it's work in progress, and they are going to be adding in bits as it goes. As the servers are being opened up and more keys are being given out, the plot pole is now becoming more and more required. Up until now it hasn't, because we've all been trying to do stuff to build and test and like fix bugs. We haven't been going out to build bases, to raid bases, because, you know, there haven't been enough players and there was no need for it, because we looked on ourselves as bug testing it for you guys. Plot poles will be coming in, lockboxes are coming in soon, you know. Once you start adding in things like the windows and the doors, and if you've actually seen some of actual streams and Sequisha's streams, they've got the skims around the outsides and things like that. I haven't got the bits. If I had the bits, I'd love to show you all the bits of base building. Okay. All I'm trying to do is just show you what other streamers haven't been able to, which is the basic bits of base building. Okay. So I can now get the foundations, and I can come along, and what I can do is I can raise them up again, and then what I do is I look for the corner, okay, come down, build them there. These will now build the foundations here, and then I can put another floor across. And if you're a good builder, you'll be able to do a really big base, okay, that you can add so much more to it. Don't forget, you've got shelving to put in, so you can build your own shelves, and that's a storage unit similar to like the crates that they used to be in Arma 2. Personally, I think the system of building is so much more helpful. You know, you're not going to have gaps in between the bottom of your floor and the hillside. You can build right out of the hillside. You can build up as long as you can work out physics, okay, and how to actually build with physics. You can build whatever you like. It's like for us to build what we built, the 4 stories that we built, I was standing on floors out here and dropping a wall in, okay. You know, it's all to do with, you know, a system that's trying to give you something more than what was just in the original Epoch 2, okay. Now, if you want keys, I say the best way to get a key is to follow Axel. He is one of the big people in the development team. Sequisha, another big people. Fours will fire. Okay. But this is how we built that. Is how we just kept moving the foundations. But don't forget, as I said, this is all alpha. In the end, that's not how you're going to have to build multiple sets of foundations. So you'll have a line of foundations. You know, otherwise it's going to end up looking silly. You'll have like bases out in the middle of the Swanee River, you know, or out into the cliff faces and away from it. At the moment, we've been doing this because obviously this is how it's working. So no floating fortresses. Cool. That's absolutely fantastic, because the last thing you want is like all the crack bases that we were getting in the other epochs. You know, where you can drop a floor anywhere and whatever. So once again, how do you do stuff? Well, let's go back up and we'll go up and we'll grab some more bits. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Annie, can you revive me? This is always a problem that when I build, I die. You know, to be honest, from what I imagine happening very soon is within the next couple of weeks it will be no keys needed, because everybody will be able to. But at the moment, because they've got to test the stress of the servers with the players on, you know, they can't just suddenly say, right, everybody come join the servers, because you know, they've got to test it. But they're gonna add more there for you. The question now, why build base? Now at the moment there is no real need to build a base. But what is Epoch without base building? I'm out front, Annie. So what the reason for me to build the base was to work out how to do it for you guys. If we don't know how to build bases and find all the bugs with the base building now, when you come to play it and do it, you're going to go, shit, the base building don't work, this is a crap mod, I'm not playing it, because I want to play Epoch for base building. Right. Is that the revive tool, or is that a gun being shot at me? So that's why we've got to build a base at the moment. A lot of people, you're just trying it for the mechanics, you know. But can you not see what implications this has for the base building? You know, when you are using cinder block walls and you then want to do your helicopter base, like, or your landing pad, what with the revive, player revive? You got the player revive on? You know, the options of having this. You know, one of the things obviously they're going to want to do is put in the garage doors, so you can open a garage door, your car can drive in, drive out, all that kind of stuff they're going to work on. But you know, for the alpha side of it that we're getting to play at the moment, you know, that's pretty damn good. Won't let you swap the weapons. You. No, come on. Yeah, so, you know, I'm just hopefully waiting for Annie to switch to the revive thing on the front of the gun and then revive me up. And if so, we'll go back to building. As you can see, once you learn the basic, building is really easy. But you've got to understand the basics behind it, and then you've got to understand the physics behind it. You know, So yeah, this is a really boring stream for those of you who want to see me go running around with guns. I don't do that today. Today it's all about trying to show people as they come in and go. You could like leave in 10 minutes as long as you've understood what I'm trying to do. You know, that's fine. Axels has done this in his streams. So Sequisha and well, you know. Can you build within other buildings? Yes, you can. You can put this stuff just about anywhere. Okay, so if you get the industrial buildings, like the warehouse type buildings, you can put walls up and then you floor it and you put stairs up. So what you got to understand, don't forget though, anyone who does get a key at the moment, as this is an alpha, there will be problems. But it's up to you to post the problems you find on the forums. If the admins and the developers don't know about it, how can they fix it? So if you, I don't know, get a key in a planet and you find a really big bug, don't moan in 2 weeks' time that there's a bug in the game that hasn't been fixed if you haven't put it on the forums. Okay, you have to kind of do that kind of stuff. All right. Who are the people who are streaming that I would actually recommend if you want to watch it for PvP? Now, the reason I'm saying this is because obviously I'm dead and I'm waiting. You got Wild Annie, who will be streaming in about 5-10 minutes. She's been streaming at Epoch. Oh, there you go. Revive gun. Done. Thank you, Annie. Woohoo! Thumbs up. So you got Wild Annie, Axel, Sequisha, okay. You've got AWOL. You've got Sequisha's mate in Wales called Kiori. I think I pronounced it wrong. I do apologise. You've got Frost Fury. You've got iWinds. You've got Apollos. You've got Orange Sherbet. You've got Biggs. There are lots of people who are streaming now. Obviously, go and find the stream and find what you want them to do. But there you go, you only revive once. See, that's new. I didn't know that, Axel. Thank you for letting us know that, because one of the things we were having a discussion about was, you know, if you had a base attack going on and you had someone with a revive gun, it could be that you end up like having this, let's see who can revive the others the most. But to know that it's only once and then you got to spawn is a really cool feature. Let's get back then to Build Guide 101 with me, Mendek the Grumpy Bloke. If I bring up the debug again, you'll now notice that my energy is 212. Energy, as I say, it's really, really important. Without energy, you're not going to be picking up the walls. If you're building and you suddenly find you can't build any more, check your energy. It could be, if you're out of energy, that you're then unable to do anything more. So, okay. Annie's just dropped down where I dropped down because I took the wall out. So one of the things we need to do is put a wall back up there. And then we're going to take the floor. So let's come back up here. So we're going to have a little pop quiz in a minute as well. We're going to see who can remember what the keys are. So I want to pick up that wall now. So press the 1 key. Build mode is enabled. So it's up in the top right. It tells you what you're doing. Getting closer. I'm looking, and in fact I want to look straight down at that. Push the space bar. Nothing. There you go. I looked again. Space bar. Circle starts. Now I'm looking for the flash. That part of the wall flashed, so I now know this is the part I've grabbed. So I bring it back up. I'm actually going to push it away a little bit. That's a bit too close for my comfort because it's going to spin. So I'm going to just check my back. Yeah, got quite a way. And I'm going to back it up. And then we're going to drop it down a bit. So we're trying to get it to spin in and snap with the other wall. So we'll change the direction of the snap mode. Okay, I don't like it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come out and we're going to turn it. There we go. Let's see if it will now snap onto the floor. So what we're trying to do is snap it onto that floor and cover up that wall spot where we keep falling out. So drop it down. Right, I might have to go out and do it from the other side. Obviously, if there's too many items and it's trying to snap to do too many different bits, so as you can see it's trying to snap onto that, it can be that you just have to pop out and then just put it back up. Right, cute. There we go. So we'll let it snap and then we're going to drop it down again and then we'll get the floor out of the way. It could be the floor that's causing the problem. Go. Drop it down again and then press the 1 key. Remember, you've got to press the key to get it out of the way. So let's look at that one. We press the 1 key, press the space bar, circle comes up, beep, 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 beep. Wait for the flash. Okay, and as you can see, there it is. So there's my floor and it's trying to snap itself. So now we're going to move. Let's go this way because I want to put it on the foundations. So if you can imagine, we've got a whole line of foundations. This is how you would do it. You would then come along, make sure it's in the right spot, bring it down a bit, bring it over, bring it down, bring it over, and it snaps. Okay, that is now, because I can move the foot back, snapped into its spot. If I drop it, okay. How easy is this? How much fun is this when you compare it to the old system? So if I now get this wall, look at it. Got to be a bit careful. Press the 1 key to enable the build. Press the space bar. Yeah. Wait for the flash. There you go. Lift it up. I always lift it so it doesn't squish me when I'm mucking about. Let's now turn it. So we're trying to bring it back up to its proper plane. There we go. Right. Let's see if we can get it in that wall now. I don't know if I've got the height. I might not have enough height now because you can't go up silly amounts. You can go up a little bit, but not silly amounts. Yeah, it's about the max I can go. I could try again. Oh, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to just drop it over here. So once again, what you do is you get to where you want it to go, you bring it down, and as I say, I use snap. It's so easy to use the snap, and as you can see, it turned itself. Don't move your mouse, push the key. It wobbled there because I actually had moved the mouse a little bit, but that built. Okay. If we now come over here and take out this wall. So I look at it, press the 1, press the space bar. If I don't grab it, if I don't get the circle, I'm either too far away. There you go. Do it again. It flashed, I've picked it up. Now once again I lift it. I'm going to come over here, do that. Turn it, drop it. Now this is where I should actually push it away, because if it is gonna spin on the snap, there you go. Do you see how it spun? Now if I wasn't careful, that could actually hit me and hurt me. Press the 1 key, build's disabled, there you go. If I now wanted to, you know, you're almost actually getting to the point where you're only going to be limited by your imagination and skill as a builder. Press the 1 key, press the space, nothing, so get a little bit closer, press the space. Okay, now I'm not doing it, so let's check my energy. My energy is 0, okay, so I now can't build. What I do, I get on the quad bike, start the engine up, and my energy will now come back. Or the other thing I can do, because it's nanotechnology, you know, we've been able to survive the cataclysmic event because of nanobots in our system. I can now use an energy pack on myself. That would then mean that I would get a boost of energy similar to a Red Bull. You know, I first thought that when my energy hit 0, I had to go and get a Red Gull. Okay, drink it and that would replace my energy. It's not, because Red Gull at the end of the day is a drink for caffeine. and it's not energy, and it's the nanobots in my bloodstream and in my body that is helping me with the build system. Okay, so that's why I need to get energy, which is why I've said right at the start, you need a vehicle if you're going to do any serious base building. Hopefully, what I think it would be nice for Axel to do for him and his team is perhaps Axel to spawn himself in a load of building materials, like loads of cinder blocks and loads of the materials, and just knock himself up a video showing how you actually can do the different cinder block walls. You can do the doors, do all the other things that I've been mentioning that I unfortunately can't show you. You know, I built a lot, but I didn't go and get loads and loads of cinder blocks and stuff. You know, it was actually quite tight to get some of this stuff, which is why I've been building mainly in wood. When we were testing, there was loads of people on and just one server. As you can now see, my energy is back to 50. So if I hop off, if Annie wants to take the quad, she can. Once I now come back and press the space bar, you can see I've now got energy to start picking up the stairs and start building again. Build in a group, use energy packs, or have a vehicle handy. So once again, I can lift these, wee, and I can sit them down here. So we can then use these to try and get on the flooring. Right, so if I press the 3, it won't do anything. If I press the 3, because it won't do anything because I'm not snapping at the minute. Tanika, Minnick, have to go. Have a great stream. Speak soon. Hugs. Hugs to you. Have a great weekend with your mum and that. Now, if you noticed, the stairs dropped. I didn't put them down. I was talking to Tanika saying goodbye. Well, hey, latest Tanika, stay grumpy. My energy has gone again. Okay. Yep, you can double click an energy pack and it will give you 100 energy again. Okay. I personally, it's a hard one. Would I save my energy packs for the multi-tool to repair vehicles and heal people and res them? Or would I use it to boost me? I would if I had loads of them and I was base building. But then you've got to do the looting. And I've seen so many people in streams like going running past the crates, the bins and everything else. That's not what you want to do. So I don't think you'll be able to do super bases without some thought. You're going to need to get the materials for foundations. You're going to need to get all the build materials for the flooring. Now don't forget, I'm using wood, but you actually want to have metal flooring, because metal flooring are going to be bulletproof, similar to how they are in Arma 2. So your seedlings are going to want to be bulletproof. Now it's going to need different tools to make that. You're going to have to build them and like have them supported. You know, there's so much more going to be done with the bases here, and that's what I'm hoping for, and that's the way I look at it. You know, but if you thought of it this is only one floor wide, my little tower that we were building. Okay, if you could imagine that, I don't know, 4 floors wide, 4 floors high, fully encased with a corrugated iron or tin and all the windows and doors, you know, you would actually think, wow, I did a great job there. Not, oh, I'm just dropping a wall down, like snap onto the top of it, bop, 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 build them all up. You've actually built something. So when someone comes along with a satchel charger, blows the crap out of it, you'll then think, no! You know. So we're going to do some more building. I know for those of you who've seen it for the last hour, it's boring as bollocks. But people are coming in and leaving all the time, so you know, I'm going to keep going with what we're doing. So what I now need to do is get back on the quad bike. If I don't get on the quad bike, I will not replace my energy unless I use an energy pack. And you can't just sit on a quad bike, you've got to have the engine running, because you're draining energy out the actual energy itself of the engine. Okay. Not boring at all? Well, thank you, Limitless. You know, I have stayed clear of streaming this all week. I've followed and supported other streamers. I was in Chow's stream the other day. I've been in Cube Noob, is it? I've been in Apollo's, iWin's, I've been in Frost's, I've been in Annie's stream. Okay, but I haven't seen anyone do this. You know, and the people who have played Arma 2 Epoch are going to want to be seeing this stuff. You've all seen people picking up a gun, going around and shooting people. But in this, you know, I just wanted to show this side of it. How do you bring up the sidebar? It's the tilde key. It's above the tab next to the 1. So bring it up. There is talk that they're going to change this, so you're going to get some icons and things, so that you'll actually see stuff. Now, you know, we'll go through it while I get some energy back. Temperature. If you get too hot, you overheat. Your nanos like fry you. So you use a cool pack or a heat pack to get your temperature to the right one. Hunger and thirst, obviously that's food and drink. Energy, that's what I'm now gaining. Wet, that's if you get so wet, you know, you can get colds and infections, things like that. And obviously they're not all of them are in place at the moment. It's things they're looking to add in later. Soiled. Well, if you're dirty, what's going to happen? You can get infections. You use a moist toilet thing and that'll clean you up. Toxicity, immunity. Stamina, obviously, the longer you're alive, if you look at the bottom, it says 1.9 hours. That means I now have a stamina of 190. You get 10 stamina for every, like, point of an hour you're alive. Okay, be right back, Axels. All right, matey, thank you. The higher your stamina, the further you can run and sprint. Okay, moist, that's it. Moist gamer, Brick gamer, thank you. So using stamina when you're doing long distance runs. No, all servers are on a main hive. Each server is linked to the hive. Okay. Fatigue. If you do too much running, if you do too much exercise, you know, sprinting and things like that, you will get tired. You end up walking slow. It's the kind of thing standalone is missing. If you in standalone, you run for 2 hours and you never tire. In this, you do. So they even implemented that. Damage. That's how much damage I've got. Bleeding, false. I'm not bleeding. Okay. Oxygen, that's if you're underwater. Rating score, air temperature, all the other bits. Now, as I say, when they've got, did you say moist toilet thingy? Yeah, yeah, toilets. You know, wet wipes. Wet wipes, we call them in the UK. Crypto, money. You lose your crypto when you die. It's like you don't have briefcases now of gold rung around to give to a trader. You have crypto. Once you die, that's it. Bomb. Not sure if they're going to implement a way of saving your crypto. I don't know. That's down to the developers to decide. Okay. As you can now see, we've got 100 energy now. But they're talking of adding little icons, and I think that's so much better than standalone. I don't want to go into my inventory and stop everything I'm doing to bring up a little green bar that might be green, blue, red, yellow, whatever. They want it immersive. They want it to feel like you're there. You call them wet wipes here in Canada. But it's there for you. A lot of people are saying that the multi-tool is like doesn't make sense. How many people here actually know the backstory? You know, that it's all to do with the nanotechnology. You know, that's why we can use energy packs on ourselves, not energy drinks and that. There is a backstory to this mod. If you played DayZ, I've played Epoch and DayZ and Arma 2 since it came out. We were just told there was an infection and that was it. Okay, and we played the game for what it is. The developers here are trying to give you a story. They're trying to give you a reason why, you know, when you spawn in, you're in a t-shirt and boxers. Now, I was saying earlier, perhaps it's like the film The Island, where you're like cloned, or you've been in some kind of like suspended animation, whatever. You don't know about what has caused the end of the world. But that's why you start with nothing. You've escaped or you've been resurrected. A bit like Fallout, you know. In Fallout, you're in the bunker, you get out the bunker and you go find out what's going on. The developers are trying to add in things that, you know, it's not zombies. It's not infected Zeds and all that crap that has been done to death. They're trying to do something new. So, oh. Yeah, hold on. Let me just... And he's asking me to join TS. 1 sec.
You switched to channel
Hello.
Annex on the server.
You're right. I've just jumped into Annie's stream, so I'm probably talking on her stream as well. Sorry, Annie. Actually, I'll drag her into mine.
You switched to channel Meta stream live. Danny was moved to your channel Meta stream live on the server. Danny was moved out of the channel while stream live on the server.
So I've lagged out a bit and may have missed the answer. Can someone tell me if the walls, metal or wood, and floors are predefined sizes? Right, I can tell you that now.
Danny joined your channel. Stream live on the
Sorry,
server.
I thought I heard you say, "Can you join me on TeamSpeak?"
I did.
There you go. Hello.
But then I had issues with my button not working, so I couldn't actually speak. So I was a speakerless TeamSpeak. So where are we going then? I'm on the back of your bike. I'm wounded. I'm bleeding. I can only walk.
Okay, if you've got the multi-gun, I'll heal you. I'm going to be doing some more. I'm just gaining energy at the moment. I'm going to be doing some more building.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but obviously I'm just going to do this. Right, if you bear with it, I'm just going to answer a couple of questions. Limitless. Mendek, you've done a better job in the 20 minutes. Been here for thank you, thank you. It's always nice to be have someone say that. Blood, they are talking about doing different sizes on the floors and walls. So you'll have similar to in the Arma 2 version where you get quarter floors, and then you get things like the half floors and full floors. Don't forget, at the moment we're down to what we've got due to testing purposes. Okay, now we don't obviously want to have the same size bases, otherwise we'll all just have one square base. So what they're talking about doing is they're going to be able to have smaller walls and that.
Mendek, have you got push to talk on TS?
No, I never do push to talk. So if you're streaming...
Okay. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
So how are we going to do this then if we want to communicate and
I'll go
not
push
talk
to
over
talk.
each other?
I'll go push
Okay.
to talk for
All
TS. Right.
Okay, alright.
One sec, because I just set this up. And then capture and push to talk. Right, I'll assign a button and it'll be that one. Test. Okay, so now I can go back to answering questions. So yeah, they're going to show you different aspects of or different sizes.
So the multi-tool is now back in the bike.
Thank you. So let me just heal Annie, and then I'm going to go back and do some more bits. And if you look down in the bottom right hand side, mark with gun 5, there's so many charges of energy that is in the gun. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. Right, this is what we've constructed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm just going to quickly jump back on, get a little bit more energy. We'll go back to, you know, building. Now this is important. Once again, you've got to have yes, Annie's streaming. Annie's streaming as well. So when I'm talking, because I wasn't on push to talk, her stream, we're hearing what I was saying as well. So for those of you who don't know, Wild Annie is part of the Sleep team, my friend and one of the streamers, and she's been playing Epoch, this mod of Epoch, longer than I have. She got in really early. Okay, let's see the base, please. All right, I'm going to drive so you can actually see it. And you've got to use your imagination. I've been really rushing with the walls. I'm not trying to line them all up perfectly. And like, you can line the floors and get them all lining up. So we're going to do some moving about again now. I am repairing Annie, yes, because the multi-gun is using nanotechnology, and we all have nanobots inside us. You know, so you fire fresh nanobots into her and that heals her, similar to like Star Trek and things like that. Props to you. Been playing A2, it's a shame I love playing A3, didn't have to do pretty much anything to the thank you, I do appreciate it, but this is what I try and do. I could be another Epoch streamer that's showing you how to go and kill someone. I'm going to show you stuff that I think people would like to know. Have a great day, Limitless. Stay grumpy. Thank you for following us today. Thank you for coming in. Corsair, thank you. Hello. What's Annie's stream called? Annie is Wild Annie. If you click on her name, click follow, she's there. So, right, let's get back off. Annie is was hoping we were going to go do like some more of this. So, snapping available. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Going to show you again. So once again, I've got energy to do stuff with. So first things first, I'm going to come over to here. Or did you want me to actually build a wall? Did you want me to go chop a tree down, make some lumber, build a wall, put the wall down and show you that again? Because there are some new people in since earlier. Would you like me to do that or just do the snapping straight away? So I'm going to let you guys choose, but I'm just building today. There you go.
What's the key to move it up and down?
Page up, page down.
I forgot already. That was clever, wasn't it?
Yeah, page up, page down. Alright, let me do right. Yeah, page up, page down. Yeah, I'm taking screenshots so I mapped my key wrong, so I've just changed my key. Didn't Annie play a screen? Yes, she did. She did. So, alright, let me just... so what I'm going to do, because people want me to, I'm going to get a hatchet and I'm actually going to show you how to build stuff. Okay, I'm really hoping that no one comes along and nicks the quad bike and stuff, because it would be a real kicker to this, to you guys. How do you accumulate more energy? There are a couple of ways. The energy is to power your nano bots. So you either need to use an energy pack, not an energy drink, energy pack, or sit on or in a vehicle with the engine running. That way your nanobots are drawing energy straight from the source as such. In the later mod, perhaps what they'll do is, because in Epoch Arma 2 you can have generators, perhaps what they're going to do is you'll be able to then get generators that you can put in your base and you can fuel them with a jerry can, which are in the game already.
How do you place it? Oh my god!
Just press the 1 key again. So what you'd then do is fuel up your generators and then turn your generator on and it will recharge all the power in your nanotech. Okay. So chopping tree down, hit I. Now don't forget, this is just a placeholder. In the actual full version it will be a little like graphic of some logs, okay, but at the moment it's just a placeholder. Can you increase your energy cap? At the moment it's capped at I think about 2,500. I'm not sure if there'll be pieces of equipment that they'll put in later on as they build more stuff that will do that. Okay, it's all to do with this end of the world. We are what's left. We've got to rebuild civilization, you know. So get a hatchet, you'll see the little circle, and then each click you hit the tree, just like, you know, other games. There's the logs, and these logs kind of think that's going to be the 2D symbol that they're going to have when they actually get round to modelling in. So now that I've got some wood, we now need to make a wall. So we find where the wood is, double click on the log, and you get your build menu. So we've got a fireplace, we've got the lumber packs. Click on the lumber pack and at the bottom you can choose your quantity. Do the trees stay down or do they respawn? They respawn at server reset. One of the things they're talking about doing is that they might like regenerate over time. But at the moment they just respawn straight away at reset. Now I'm going to craft 10 lumber packs effectively. Okay. You call hacks, I call hacks. I have only got enough to make 2, but that doesn't matter. It will craft what the amount that you've got materials for. Okay, it doesn't stop or anything else, so you know, it just crafts. There's none of this faffing around crap. Go back in, and then if I double click on the lumber pack, you've got the wall, you've got the floor, you've got stairs, you've got TP kits. The different materials you find within the game give you the different build options. Okay, so I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to set 9. I won't build 9 because I've only got enough for 1. Where'd you get the keys from? Your best bet is to look for someone on the streaming list of Twitch that's got key giveaway in their title, or follow the developers, Axel, Sequisha, AWOL, Kiori, any of Melly, any of the big streamers, or the developers, and they'll be able to get you a key. So if I now come back in and you look at the cinder blocks, it will tell you cinder wall. So I need 4 cinder blocks and 2 buckets of mortar for cinder block wall. If I go to the mortar and double click, it then tells you foundations. Is it possible to just play basic? Yep. That's what everybody else is doing. You're going to have key giveaways tonight? Tidy Gamer? Okay, mate. Excellent. You can play, yeah, I've got some now. I'm not going to stop the stream to look for keys though. But I have been gifted a few from Axel, so, you know. But I'm not going to give any out at the moment while we're doing this. So the different materials you find, now you've got scrap metal. If you get scrap metal, I might even go back down to my TP and get some scrap metal. I might even go get the satchel charges out and go blow stuff up again for you as well, if you want. My rule in DayZ, Epoch, whatever, is don't ever get attached to your gear. Now that's the same for this mod. So if you want me to go and blow stuff up, I will blow stuff up. The other thing is, because I used satchel charges earlier, I blew up some of my other base, which was the test base, and I made some room in the world limit. There's a limit to how many items can be within the world. They're going to increase that as the servers progress, because otherwise what will happen is, you know, you're going to end up with 50 people on who are all going to put down a TP and no one can build anything. Does the base stay? Yes, no, it's staying at the minute. This base has now been up about 5-6 weeks, and you know, they might wipe when they need to. How do the developers explain those things? Now, I wasn't going to mention that, but they're obviously a part of the game. They are mutated. Can the base you build be blown up? Yes. Do you want me to show you? Once I'll build the wall, then I'll go get some satchels, and we'll go blow up my other base just to show you. So we got the wall. Now this is how to build. You thin your chop tree down. You then make it into lumber. Double click on the stud wall, and you get this build. Now a lot of people, as you can see, there you go, world limit reached. So we now actually need to go blow some stuff up. Can you secure the base with combo locks? Yes, when combo locks are brought back in. Annie, do you want to come and watch an explosion? Because I've got to blow some more stuff up.
Sure. Hang on a sec. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute.
So we're going to now drive to my TP. We're going to see if I've got the satchel charges left, and we're going to go back to my other base, blow it up to make some more room. So at the moment there's a world limit, and this is important. We can't have too many items on the world at the moment because they're trying to get the balance between the loot working and spawning, the bits of the base being built, and the enemy AI that are within the game. So when people say, oh, there's not enough AI, don't worry, that's coming. They're going to crank that up. When you see that it hits a world limit, don't worry. That's only because they're making sure that the servers are lag free. A lot of the streamers at the moment are streaming this and they're playing like a team deathmatch or going around and doing that. That's fine. Good luck to them. I've done that. Played that. Brilliant. That's not what we do. So if you do get a key, by all means enjoy it, but remember it is still only alpha, work in progress. So I'm just waiting for Annie, then we're going to go and get some more bits, and then we're going to go blow some stuff up. And then we'll come back and we'll build another wall and we'll do some more bits and bobs. So the materials that I've seen so far, we've got the cinder blocks, we've got the... just wait for Annie to get on. We've got cinder blocks, we've got mortar, we've got scrap metal, we've got corrugated fence panels that we can put in, we've got the wood that we can do. Let me just get out then. Right, let Annie get on, and then I'll get on.
Come on! Go for it!
If you happen to spot some going on drone, yes. Now they spawn at night time. Okay, so they're the kind of thing that come out at night more than during the day. Now I've got to be careful. I am not a very good driver on the quad bike. I've killed myself numerous times. So we're going to go get a satchel charge. Are there keyed vehicles yet? No, they're coming. They are coming, because obviously one of the things that everybody wants at the moment is to be able to store their gear. That's what Epoch is all about. You know, it's if you don't have the lockable vehicles and somewhere to store your gear, you know it's breaking point or whatever. Is it possible to upgrade the wooden walls? Yes, it is. It is. That's how you put stuff on the walls. So the stud walls are just the outline. You know, you then will be able to enclose the walls. And don't forget, cinder block walls are different. They're actually, similar to the Arma 2 cinder block walls. Okay, so if I had some more cinder blocks, I'd show you. But hopefully, as I say, Sequoia or IWAL or Axles or Melly or some of the other devs might just, spawn a load of gear in for themselves and knock them out of the ballpark. So we're actually now going to my stash. As I've said, because I've shown it on the stream, if you play on this server and you know where I am, I would ask you to stay away, but help yourself to whatever gear's in the TP. If I'm not on and you see where it is, by all means help yourself. I don't need it. I can always get more. Right, let me just mark the map again. And then we'll go back. So my TP is just down here. Oh, there you go. Just 800 meters, 600. Oh, yeah, they're death traps. One of the best videos of bad driving in Arma 3 Epoch was done by Axel. He was streaming with IWAL, and I think it could have been Sequoia, and he actually did a Dukes of Hazzard 360 barrel roll in an SUV about 180 mile an hour. It was well funny. If you haven't seen it, try and find it on YouTube or on Axel's channel. Now, once again, the items all have different like hit points, if you want to call a term for a better name. Can show how to upgrade. I can't show you at the moment. I don't have the materials. I've used a lot and I've had a lot stolen, so unfortunately I can't, because that's how you make doors as well, is you upgrade your walls. Once you get a stud wall, that means nothing. Okay, that is just the outline. What you then need is to be able to put the windows in, the doors in, things like that. So hit the eye in front of this. I'm going to help yourself to a hatchet or anything in there, Annie. So I'm just going to come down and get... See, I've got anti-tank mines. I've got 2 anti-tank mines. I've got drinks and stuff, but I'm actually... There's a tripwire mine. There you go, moist towelette thingy. Bucket of mortar. Let's take that. So, explosive satchel, that's what I wanted. So if I now get this stuff, alright, and if I back off just to show you. Safes are not in yet, no. If I do that, facing the other way. So I've now got a load of small metal salvaged. Double click it, shelf kit, large metal. Okay. Craft. And then if we find where that went, double click. Frequency jammer.
I'm good. I'm good.
Vehicle repair kit. Okay, so
thank you, Dan.
What are all this stuff? It's more bits. If you get corrugated fence panels, you can use those. The shelving, and I'll show you the shelving here because this was my initial test base. Okay. So we'll go up here and I'm going to blow some shit up. Better park this a little bit away. Okay. What's currently the most expensive in-game? Because one of the things you can do is sell to the traders. One of the most expensive items so far that I've seen is an SUV. Jammin, hello. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and blow up some of these items. So I'm going to place the explosive satchel charge. It's on a 40-second timer. Right, be careful now. And then I'm just going to back off a little bit. And okay, satchel charges in game already. How about that? I know everybody likes it. And what you'll now notice is these walls have been broken. Okay, there is nothing left here. It's what I've spoken to with AWOL, who is obviously head developer and Axel and stuff. That's why they're, you know, that's why you got a multi-gun. That's why you have energy packs. Now I'm all out now, but it's cleared up so I can build again.
Cool.
So this was my initial base, and if you want, I could now grab this and move it, you know. And I'm going to go back to where we're building, and I'll show you how we do all this. But just to give you an idea, now this is one of the things that really made me laugh. It's been notified they are going to fix it. Okay, but just to give you a little laugh. This is alpha, this is to be expected. It's because the floor and the wall is a physical object, okay? Alright, drop it. Now, at respawn, the walls will come back, so don't worry. But what they're actually going to do is they're going to change the way that that will knock down those walls. Because it's only these concrete walls that it does it on, okay? It doesn't do it on buildings, so it won't do it on, say, a house or something like that. But that has been put on the forums for them to look at, and they're going to look at it. So we're now going to go back over, and once again we've got Annie in with us. So yeah. Would they crush it? Yes, they hurt. They do hurt. How do I know? Because when we were testing this build system, me and my friend One Shot, I died a lot. Because the other thing is, because the items are physical, he was holding floors and I was dropping onto him or jumping onto him, and then we were building walls on him. And it was a way of, you know, trying to get things to work. Oh, I didn't show you the shelves. Back there's some shelves that is like a crate, so that you can build a shelf, and it's like the shelving you get in your garages and in like storerooms and things where you can stack stuff on it, and that is persistent as well. It's not lockable, but you can put cans of food or guns and things in there like the TP, and they stay there after server reset. So we're going to go back, we're going to go build again. So for those of you who haven't seen it, we're now actually going to carry on with some building. What I think is going to happen, because someone asked earlier that at the moment there haven't been any wipes to the servers. Now this server is the initial server that was the development server. It's the original first one. Everything has been tested on this one. A lot of the servers that people are playing on at the moment are now being hosted, and they're testing out the hosts and how much lag and the pings and things like that. They have only been up a week. There is no need for them to be, you know, to look at wiping them. Although if you think about it, they're already at world limit, and people are saying, "Well, we want to try and build stuff." And you know, there's so many people who want to play Epoch for the building. So here we go. We're now back over here.
We want to try and get a crew together because Hobo's arrived, and I think Tanika's had to go out there.
Yeah, Tanika's had to go out. Now, if you and Hobo want to, I'm going to carry on doing some more building because I've got people coming and going. But yeah, grab Hobo, get him over here, and then he can help himself.
Alright, sounds good.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to showing you what to do. Now, if you've seen this before...
He's not started up yet, but...
I do apologise, but come on guys, this is for people who haven't seen this before. What we've done then today is we built logs, or chopped logs down. We've then made them into lumber packs. We made them into a wall. Now, I'm going to show you what you would think you would do if you are used to playing Epoch 2, okay? I brings up your inventory, you get your wall, you double click, left click, and it gives you build. You click build, Now, this is where we smashed our heads against a brick wall, because if you look on the forum, there is a control guide and it says page up, page down. If you page up, page down, nothing happens. So how do you get the height right? If you run around, I've got to be a bit careful, this is physical and I don't want to hurt Annie. So there she is. So if I now run over here, okay, as I now come across my floor, okay, how do I get it to sit where I want it to go? Because look, it's through the floor and it says snap build and all this crap. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. You know, it used to be that you would look to position by looking in the direction in Arma 2 Epoch, which is great. Yeah, I play Arma 2, I love it, I've got a big base. But that's not what this is. So the very first thing you do is you click build, and then once you've got it in a spot, you just press the number 4 key. That then physically makes it. It's now physically made, but it's not in the right place. What do? I don't want it there, Mendek. It needs to go over there. This is where people have been getting it wrong. You look at the item and you press your 1 key on your keyboard, and up in the top right up here it says build mode enabled 1. Now build mode enable 1 is snap build. It will now snap. Build mode 2 with the 2 key is free mode. Okay?
Hobo switch channel.
That means you can spin it, you can rotate, you do whatever you like with it, and it will build how you want it, like position it. I always use snap build, it's so easy, that's how I do it, okay? And then you look at the item, so I'm looking straight ahead, you press the space bar and you get a circle come up if you're close enough. When that then gets to the end of the circle, the item you're looking at will flash. There you go, do you see the flash? Very quick, but it flashed. It now means I've grabbed the built wall, which means I can now lift it, okay? So I'm lifting it up. I can move it away from me. I can bring it towards me. I can rotate it with the Q and the E. Now these keys are on the forums and it's insert, delete, home, end, page up, page down, Q, E, all that stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm now going to run over to one of the floor panels that I've already got now. Okay. Now I want to build a wall there. Because I'm using snap build, I lower it. Okay, and what it will do is it will find its snap point and it will do it itself. So there you go. But it's not built. Okay, if I move, it will move. It's not built yet. What you then do is take your hands away from keys. If you then press the 1 key on the keyboard again, it drops it. I can move away. It's built. All right, but that's now in the right place. If you and that timer is how long it's before I can run back, quickly grab it again. Okay. So, but it's you don't need to if you don't want to. So to build, you don't do what you're used to in Arma 2, which is build it or bring it up and think right that's built and try and place it. You build it, make it a physical object, then you've got to grab it and then position it. Now, as you can see, Annie's moved some stairs over there. One of the things you can do with the building is the snap. So I'm going to grab the stairs and we're going to move it back over there and I'll show you how to rotate with the snap, because this mod does it for you.
Danny left your channel and switched to Hobo's cardboard shelter on the server.
So press 1, bring up the build mode again. Press the space, we get the circle come up. Okay, and I can take my hands off. Is all this building going to straight so? No. Oh no. It flashed, I've captured it, lift it up. Da-da-da-da. And then we're moving. This is why there's a world limit at the moment. They're making sure that they don't overload the servers with the loot, the AI and the build materials, which is why, you know, if you're on a server now and you try and build, you're probably coming up with world limit reached. I am able to build because I've been blowing up my old bases. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it down again. I'm going to take a step back and we're going to try and snap it onto this floor. Okay, so there you go. Now it's done it itself. Yeah, A2 would lag out to the extreme. They've got the Arma 3 has got a better system for handling it. It's better optimized.
Stream live on the server.
When will it be open to the public? I reckon it's not going to be too far. I couldn't tell you exactly, but I don't think it's going to be too far. As you can see, we've now snapped the stairs there, but what happens if you don't want the stairs in that position. Well, with the 3 key on your keyboard, it will change your snap direction. So you can see it is now, each time I press it, rotating through the snaps. Okay. So you can see it's trying to help you. Now, to build that, what I would then do is I'd press the 1 key again. Did I just post a link? No, it didn't let you. So I press the 1 key, it drops, it's done. If you want to post a link, if you ask one of my mods to give you permission, and it's nothing that I would not have a problem with, you can post a link. So the building is, yeah, open beta is going to be at 0.5. We're at 0.1 at the moment. Well, I'd say 0.2. How long are you going to stream for today, Manic? I don't know. I don't know, Vef. Probably, you know, a little bit longer, and then we'll see. Yeah, it was the extra dots, was it? Okay. So I don't know, Vefrix, but it's nice to see you, buddy. So building in the new Epoch, you know, I could stand here and pick it up. So if I now press the 1 key, press the space bar, you know, circle comes up. You let it go, just let it build. And it's, you've got to remember, this is actually a built item. You're not actually building, you're capturing, you're grabbing it. So I'm going to lift it straight away, and then I'm going to move it away because I don't want it to smash me one. And then what you can do is, you know, move it over there, and I tell you what, I'm just going to, yeah, it's in the right place. If I now press the 1 key and Annie's not about, because I don't want to kill Annie, whee, bop, it falls. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Epoch, Vef. It's just unfortunately I wasn't allowed to show it because I was part of the testing team before this was released to what it is at the moment. Did you like? And so we're going to go now grab a wall from upstairs. And you've got to be so careful. So I want to grab that wall up there. So I'm looking, I press the 1, press the space, circle slots. Now I move the mouse and you see it's gone. So take my hand off, nothing. So you've got to get it in the right spot. If you don't, then leave it. Not at the moment in this, because this is once the floor has been levelled and settled using foundations, it isn't. They're talking about, because obviously what I've done is something that you know, is not quite right. The foundations should be, you should have a whole line of them, but don't forget this is alpha. This is alpha. So what should happen is I shouldn't be able to take these foundations and move them along, but because it's something that they're going to do, like as they develop the mod, we can move foundations at the moment. What should actually happen is, and if you watch, I'm going to put this down and try and drop it without killing myself. There is actual physics in here, so it should be that the foundations, if they're removed, the whole thing should topple if you've got a ledge out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and snap it now. If you notice, it's not snapping, okay, no matter what I'm doing, because there's nothing on the other end of it, okay. So on the far end, if there was a floor, it would snap, but there isn't. So if I now come along and raise it up again, it snapped, and it did it itself. It jumps up there. If I take it out and come across and lower it, it works out there is nothing to tether it to, so it's not going to go, okay. If I put it there, I'm going to run because it's going to fall, okay. You can't just, you know, it's not like in the Arma 2 where you got a floor down, built out, built out, built out, built out, and you had a floating base. Okay, you can't do that. Now I'm just going to quickly move this. So I'll press press 1, enable the build, press the space bar, it grabs it before it's fully on the ground. And all this, don't forget, is taking energy of your nanobots. I didn't get the cap, and the reason I didn't get the cap is, you know, I'm almost out of energy, so I'll have to do it again and hope that I can get it before. You're welcome. So I'm going to take out the foundation and show you what will happen now. but it's not designed to end that way. That's not how they actually want it to be. Okay, but I'm going to go, and this is how we built this. Press the 1 key to enable. Press the space bar. Okay, there goes the circle again. When it flashes, it means I've grabbed it. There you go. So what I can do, now don't forget this is not how it's supposed to be. They know about it, they're going to fix it. Okay, this is just for the purposes of the alpha build. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking to place the foundations. If I go down a little bit, and you know, I now press the 1 and it will build there. Okay, I can then come over here. I'm doing this a bit more quicker now, so 1 to enable, spacebar grabs it. Are vehicles persistent? Yes, but they're not lockable yet. Okay, they're not lockable yet. Grabbed it, so I now initially want to rise it right up so I don't hurt Annie. Rotate it again. Come over, and we'll see if it'll actually sit on the foundations. Now the foundations are now built. You can see they changed to stone. So if I now come down, I'm going to see if they'll snap on the foundations. Floors do, but they don't. Okay. So what I'm now going to do is going to raise it up again. Now you've got to be careful. See where this one's tilted? There you go. And my energy ran out. And if that had hit me, that could have killed me. So what I've now got to do, jump back on the quad bike. Yeah. So this is what happens if you press a key. I can lock, but anyone can unlock it. So if I now press the I key, I can unlock it. Annie, who is here over there, can help herself. So once again, start the engine. Now I could use an energy pack. That's not a problem. I could use an energy pack, and I can give myself an energy boost. So in the bottom left of your screen, down in the bottom left, just where the chat box is. So I'm going to actually move the chat box a second, just to try and help you see it. Okay, just below the bottom of the chat box now you'll see it says 10/2500. 2500 is your max energy. Okay, and you get it back by getting a power source to charge you. So that will go up, and the more it goes up, the more then you can build. Okay, so today we've already dumped down a load of walls, we've dumped down a load of floors, and you know, an axe is all you need. In Arma 2 version, okay, when you build a wall, it's a covered wall. This is all upgradable walls. If I had the materials, you look at it and you upgrade it. It's raining. Ah, there you go. It's not raining for me. The one thing I would say at the moment is that, you know, please, 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 if you get a key, remember it is alpha. So what are the questions we got? You know, we got lots of questions, we've got lots of people in here, they're having a great time with the building. What else do you kind of want to know? There are different things that you can build. Are we dual streaming? Are we? Let me have a check while doing that. And the other thing I do need to do quickly is I need to go get a cuppa. So let me just see. Are we multi-streaming? There you go. Okay. Are we multi-streaming, Annie?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, we're multi-streaming.
Yeah. I've been letting them listening to you every now and then, and I've been sort of saying, well, what he's doing here is, and in doing something else as well. So it's kind of just another, I don't know, dimension to showing them what's going on.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's cool. Trying to back up your stream there.
How do you build a floor section? Okay, I'll show you. What's the hardest weapon to find? I'll tell you. And what is? Okay, the hardest weapon to find is probably, in my opinion, hatchet. The hatchet. And the multi-gun. The multi-gun and the hatchet. Because a lot of people aren't checking all the rubbish bags and all the loot bins. They're just going straight for the big guns. What do you need to upgrade a wooden wall? Corrugated fencing. Corrugated fencing, and then you can do. I can't remember. There's a base near here that's got a door and everything. It's the coolest. Thank you. So yeah, it's.
Okay, it's putting my energy up as well. I didn't know that. You can be a passenger and it puts your energy up.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
this is obviously something to do with the nanobots getting recharged or something then.
Yeah, your nanobots are charging straight off the energy of the engine. Found a chainsaw. Nice. Nice. Go for it, Cherry, it's fine. It's fine. I would like to be an unsociable and have an epoch key. Yeah. It's not being unsociable. Everybody is really keen to get keys, and I understand everybody's urge and stuff to get keys. Can you break down a wall to its components? No. At the moment, with this one, you can blow them up, you can chop them down. Okay, you can chop them with an axe. Takes a long time, but you can do it. But you don't get any components back. Obviously, if you're using explosives, they're gone. So the reason I say the hatchet or the multi-gun is so many people aren't looking for that kind of stuff. The Lynxes and all those guns, I've got 6 of them in my TP, or I had 6, I've only got 3 left. I have found the night vision scope that goes on the snipers, I've found all the scopes, all the silencers, everything, the backpacks, all the attachments, all of that stuff. Describe the most awesome house you've seen till now. This one. Oh, and I've got black screen. There you go. Most of the bases I've seen have been like one stud wall and a bit of flooring. Because you can do some awesome ramps. Actually, should we try and do an awesome ramp and jump the quad and die? Would you like me to try and build an awesome ramp and die? That could be quite funny. Because what you can actually do is, if you look at the ramp over there, if I get off. Obviously you can build ramps. So what you'd do is you would put a wall here, along here, put a floor and drop it and it'll go down, and then you would like put another wall here, floor across, wall up, drop floor. So you do build a big ramp.
Are you going to build something else now?
Yeah, I'm going to build something else. I'm going to try and kill myself.
You're going to try and kill yourself? Jolly good. Sounds great.
No. So a floor, what you do is you go into your inventory.
Already.
And what you do is, I don't know if I've got any logs left. I haven't got any logs. So, right. Okay, I'm just going to chop some logs. Let's go chop a log, and I'll show you how you would build it. Because I can show you how to make the items.
Some logs. That's cool.
And then we'll come back. So let's go for a little run. Oh, wrong key. So a lot of the bases that have been built have been very small bases. You know, little more than cubes. There were some pretty big bases that AWOL and Axel and the developers did while they were testing all their build stuff out, but a lot of those are gone now. What's best? Having something sat there or blowing it up with explosives? We like bangs. So we're just going to come down here and we're going to build a floor, and I'm just going to chop a couple of trees down once again and show you how to build a floor. And it's yeah, same off, same off. So as you can see, just to my right there, the logs are appearing. So that goes down the tree. Is it a little bit quick?
Danny left your channel and
it is a little bit, but then it's not as slow as in Arma 2. What backpack do you have? I have a small backpack. You can get bigger backpacks. There are different size backpacks. There are different size chest rigs. The Hold All is the biggest backpack in at the moment, but you get Coyotes. So all I'm doing is right clicking. I'm not having to click and drag or any of this shite. I just right click once I've got the inventory up. So chop the tree down, stand by the logs, hit I, inventory, right click, right click, right click, right click. Easy enough. Okay. I'll do one more and then we'll go back up to where we're building. There you go. And then hit I and right click, right click, right click, right click. There you go. So let's now go back up to where we were and I'll show you how to make the floors and then we'll go through the whole stage again. So, run up. Like a sprinting gazelle. What backpack do you... I don't mind it. Ask away. If the one thing about me and the stream is, if you've got a question, if I don't know it, hopefully there'll be someone in the stream who will know the answer to it. But what kind of streamer would I be if I wasn't giving you the time of day to answer your questions? You're here to find out. So no, I don't mind. As long as it's nothing stupid, I'll answer whatever I can. Where can you find hatchets? The bags of rubbish, the bins, and the crates. Where do I get a key for this? Your best way of getting a key is to either look for a stream title on Twitch of key giveaway. Look at the rainbow. That's lovely. That is absolutely gorgeous. That's Arma 3 for you though. Or follow the developers. Now the developers are Axels, Secretia and AWOL and Melly. Follow their stream. When they stream live they're always giving keys away. Okay, I bring up backpack. Double click on the wooden logs. Lumber pack. 16 Act 2, so I can make 8. Now I'm actually going to say build 10. It will only make 8. Doesn't matter. Craft. There you go. Done.
Yeah, good point. Where did you go?
Back to where we're building.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, sorry, Mystic Vipers. It's Nightbot. It's Nightbot. So, lumber pack. Double click it. This is the items I can build, and there are things that are blanked out. Is there more players other than you and Annie on the server? Yep. I'll show you once I've built. So I'm going to build a floor. So there's a stud wall, a floor, stairs, teepee. Yep, can do. Click on the floor and it tells you need 4 pieces of lumber. And I can now try and build 20. Doesn't matter. It will only build what you got. Craft. What's the command for the developers stream, Annie, that you did?
Devs. Exclamation mark devs. DEVS. So I think I'm going to put this here because it's kind of hidden a little bit by the surroundings.
There you go. There's that. Thank you. So what I just did is on the other computer I put the there. Go to Epoch mod on Twitter. Okay. Did I get? I might not. So.
How do you put the TP down? It's different.
With the 4 key, just like get it in position, then press 4.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Yeah, no, 4 to put it down.
Yeah. But some of the items are permanent build when you build them in that spot, but this isn't because it's build materials. So what we're now going to do is we're going to use that. So we've got some floors. Okay. Double click on the floor, click build, and it puts it there. Now don't think to try and do what you would normally do in Arma 2 Epoch, which is get in position here and then line it up on the wall and then raise it up and all that. Don't try and do that. That's not going to work. Okay. Press 4 and it will build the actual item. Where can I plug the Epoch text bot? There are forums for tech support. You've got TeamSpeak where you can go and join, and the admins and the developers go into that. Do you know if I need the launcher to get updates? Yes, you need to run the launcher like every time you want to play the game because it will then update to the latest files because they're updating all the time. So you need to run the launcher. Hooky dooky. So what I then do is I now want to put this floor in the right spot. So press 1 and the build mode is enabled. Press your spacebar, and you get the circle. When the circle finishes, the floor will flash and it will tell us that we've grabbed the floor. There you go. Now I can lift it. Don't think you rotate it by looking in the direction you don't. You can rotate it using the Q and the E. You can put it further away from you. Okay. So if I now wanted to, as you can now see, I'm snapping, and the floor spun into place. So if we now come round and come back, watch how it will move itself into place. There. I didn't do that. I'm just moving the mouse and it snaps itself in. So what's now going to happen, to build it and leave it in the spot you want it, you press your 1 key again, and because of the physics it drops. Okay? Because it wasn't anything there. So I can now build ramps. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift this and we're going to do a major ramp. Probably it will kill me. It will kill me. So press 1. Press the space bar. Remember, you select your build mode and then you press the space bar to grab it. If you don't, you ain't going to get it. I've now grabbed it. I lift it up. It snapped there. And what I can then do is, if I, do you see how it snapped there? Okay. If I now press the 1 key to build it, nothing to support it. It's all based on physics, people. You know, it's don't. And I did. I was stood under it. I was thinking, oh, this is Arma 2 Epoch, and I'll show you what I did. It was like bonkers. Let's see if I can lift it. It was like, oh no, what am I going to do? I'm going to get squished. Because in Arma 2, what you'd do is you would like do silly things like this, and you'd stand it and you'd look up, and then you'd be like snapping the floor onto the floor above it and things. And when you did that, and then you went to build it, right, got to be careful now, it falls. So, you know, I had to run away back then. If not, if I'd have just stood there, I stood there and went, why the hell have I just got broken legs? Oh my god, I'm bleeding out, what's going on? And it's because the thing fell on me and like was crushing me. So press 1, enable your build mode, press the space bar, and all this is taking energy. So don't forget energy. Yeah, no more silly bases. You're going to have some unusual bases, and the reason my base is a little bit unusual is because you know, we've managed to find something with the foundations that you're not really supposed to do. Okay. So if I now come over here, now earlier I was trying to build that wall and it wouldn't build. Ah, and am I out of energy again? Yeah. Yeah. But I have got a ramp there. Oh, let's go on the quad bike again. One of the things I used to get really annoyed with was sky bases. Didn't like sky bases. And don't forget, this is, you know, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to actually go full at it, but if you get it right, and if you put the floor right, you will be able to drive up these. There you go. See how I was on 2 wheels? The other thing is there is also another build mode. Now, the other build mode, how can you stop on being first aid kits and natural first aid, and obviously the multi-guns. Still at the building spot.
Okay.
The other build mode allows you to adjust. Now, the reason I don't use it so much is I like, I'm kind of OCD compulsive. So what I like to have is I like to, all me can't crush. No? Yeah. I don't know where any's going. You can chop them down with an axe or blow them up with explosives. So I like to have my floors level, and I like my walls all in alignment. I don't like these crooked bases that, you know, you put one wall here, one wall there, and then you have another wall kind of like this, and then I like a nice straight line for a wall. How do I use a key? When you use a key, you go to their website and you get yourself whitelisted, and then you put your key with, like, you link it to your Steam account, and then that allows you to get the right gets you allowed to be on the servers. So what we're now doing is we're just getting some energy back. If have no energy, can't do any more building. And this is the thing. They'll add a bus in Menic. I hope so. For those of you who don't know, we were playing Epoch Arma 2 on Mel's house, and I used to like ride the bus and do the wheels on the bus go round song. And I was on Chernarus a couple of times, did that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and now show you the other build mode. As I say, there is another build mode, so we'll get the wall. So I press 2 for enable build mode 2. Press the circle again. Now this isn't the snap build system. This is the free for all system. So first off, I'm going to raise it. Okay. Oh, got a bit of red chain. Don't like red chain. Okay. Now I'm going to push it away from me, and then I'm going to bring it down. Now what this allows you to do is it will allow you to kind of do slightly different things. So let me just bring it back up. What do I mean? Well, it means I mean that it will allow you to actually rotate the angles. So it's not snapping, okay? But don't forget, it's still physics based. Now, I want to put it there on a diagonal. I press the 2 key, and as long as I've got the floor level, it builds. Is snapping better for walls in Arma 3 Epoch? I'll show you, because the top of this is what me and my mate did.
I've got a hobo. Should I drag him into TS?
Yeah, go for it. So just to show you the gaps.
Hobo was moved to your channel.
Okay.
Hello. Stream live
Hey,
on the
hey.
server.
Hey, hey. You can see there are no gaps in the
So he
flooring.
says he's northwest of the map. Should we go and pick him up or something? Or
Yeah, do you want to take the quad bike and go grab him?
well, if you do
Clappy.
that, you're not going to be able to charge yourself
Long time
up.
no
Plus
see.
the fact I think it's probably going to run out of fuel before we get there. No.
Okay, but there is a garage just down here, and you can just pull in and fuel it.
Oh, okay.
But if you look,
All right, we'll do that then. Hopefully, we won't get killed on the way.
there is a little gap,
Awesome. Whereabouts are you coming from so I can run down towards you?
but that's only because oh shit, I fell through the floor. No, that's because I took the foundations out. So
You
there
see
you
the
go.
large southern part of the map, the bit that's
The,
on its own, almost like a
gaps-
small island, but it's got a neck around.
Actually, you know,
I
when you
think
put
it's
the
called
the walling
Arena?
on, it covers all the
Arena?
gaps up.
Something like that?
So
Arena.
there are very
By
few
the
gaps.
Melanera Bay.
There's only
We're on the
only
bottom
there
part of
because
that, we're
I've
on
like took the
Oh, okay,
foundations out today. So let me just.
And where are you?
I don't want to die.
Nearest town is called Sarita. 08103.
This could be bad. I could end up. Oh no.
No, not that. 0818.
Mendek, you're using. You got to use your
wow,
brain
you
today.
really are a long way up. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
TS is really bad. Yeah, I changed that.
Right, okay. No worries. On my way.
Awesome.
Let me just turn it down a tiny bit. So I do apologise. So let's get back to it then. Stand up. And then stand up. So the other build system is not the snap system, but you know. So I'll show you again. Press the 2 to enable. Press the space bar to capture. Can you walk, shoot through the Uncle Wheels and walk? Yes, you can. And don't, guys, please stop saying sorry for asking the question. So let me just push it away. Okay, and then it's not like in Arma 2 where you look and it points that you've actually got to physically change it. So you know, I can now bring it across like that. I can come like that, drop it, and then if the physics are right, but I got it wrong, so that one will fall. Okay, not a problem. So what I'm going to do, press the 1, so I'm now using snap build. Press the space bar, up it comes. Okay. Wait for it to flash. There you go, that's now mine. And you can see it's immediately snapped itself into spot. I didn't do anything. If I lift it up, I'm going to run out of energy again. Yeah, I've run out of energy. So to just show you, if I get the Zephyr. So I walk through there, okay. Walk through. You've got to go through the gaps. Do you notice that gap there is bigger? So that's where the doors are going to be. Okay. So these are actually built ready to replace the get the doors in. Can you build fences and gates? Not at the moment. That's what they're doing, is they're putting in more of the build items from the mod, from the original mod, as we go. So Annie's just going to nip off and go get Hobo.